How excited are you to be playing in Hawaii again?
Well, I think the whole team's excited to head over there, especially the guys, the seniors, hopefully finish it off with a win. And a lot of these kids will never have an opportunity to go to Hawaii or see Pearl Harbor, or there's no guarantees about playing in a bowl game ever again. So you got to take it and play like it's business trip, and that's what we're going to do.
How do you keep them focused on the task at hand when they're in such a nice place?
Well, I've been there. This is my 6th time in this bowl game, so I've got a pretty good handle on what we got to do to stay focused. You tell them, treat them like men, but you tell them, what is and what isn't the things that they can do, and you got to trust them that they're going to stay focused.
You used to coach in Hawaii for quite a few years. What's it mean to you to be able to go back?
Well, I'm looking forward to going back just because I see a lot of friends, and this bowl game was one that I was a part of that started with ESPN when I was head coach in Hawaii. So it's fun to go back and see a lot of people.
For the seniors, what does it mean to them and really to you?
Well, this group, they set a deal for 4 in a row, and we want to, like we talk about all the time, just going to the bowl is not what we're doing. We're going to the bowl to win, and these seniors we need to send out as the winners. They hung together and pulled off a big win against Tulsa to even get to this spot. So now we got to do it again.
When they came here, I mean, they kind of took a chance, didn't they? Given that,
most definitely, they took a real chance. That they believed in what we were doing and what we were doing as coaches, and I think that this is a special group of kids.
Chang, can you talk about what he's brought to the table? You hired him as a graduate assistant. What was he like as a quarterback?
It's been fun kind of watching him talk with the quarterback. He has a good feel of everything we're doing. He did it for 4.5 years for me, and he ran it in high school, so he has a good understanding of what we're doing, and so he has an opportunity to talk to the quarterback quite a bit during the game and during practice and give him his thoughts on what he saw. And so I think I think he's going to be a real good football coach one day.
He's very popular in Hawaii, I would guess. You said he'd probably get the biggest recognition going back.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm sure he'll have some interviews to do, I'm sure.
Right. Go ahead. And how has he come along as a coach? I mean, obviously this is his first experience.
He's
handled it well.
Yeah, he's grown up quite a bit since he played for me. Really matured, I think, getting away from Hawaii and being on his own and on the mainland, playing in Canada. He's really grown up and matured.
What challenges does Fresno State present to your offense or defense?
They're really probably one of the more talented teams we've played. Both skills. Their quarterback, I think, might be the best the more I look at him that we've played. So that's a real concern. And then defensively, they play as a team really well. They get 11 guys to the football, and they play really hard, and that's why they have so many takeaways.
This is your 4th straight bowl appearance. What does this mean to your staff and coaches?
Well, I mean, you play to get to those bowls. I mean, that's what you do, and you feel good in the off season if you win the bowl. So that's what we're trying to do.
Do you enjoy the sort of underdog role when you go into a bowl game?
Well, we've been an underdog every game we've played in so far, I think, as far as a bowl game. I'm not sure about Army, whether we were or not, but you always feel like you have to do everything right to win because the teams have extra time to prepare, so you have to be execution perfect, and hopefully we will be.
When you look at the execution, the intensity of practice these last couple of weeks, how close do you think you are to having this team ready?
Well, we're anxious, I think, to get on the road. We've played against each other now for almost 2 weeks. Really only probably 5 practices or so with everybody here, 4 practices with everybody here. But it's been good to get the young kids some reps and get looking forward.
Are there any Hawaiian customs you've adopted, still used today? I mean, obviously you go over there every year, but...
Well, the logo on his helmet is what we're about on the backside we do for different things that they have success with, and we talk about different things that do have a cultural touch to some of the things that I learned in Hawaii, but we just kind of do them internally. Yeah.
I mean, I just didn't know personally if that was because obviously you have a real feeling for that, for the area.
I do, and it'll be coached a lot of games in that bowl and that stadium. So, I kind of like being on the same sideline and that we were on with the university. And sometimes it works out that way, sometimes it doesn't. But you try to do everything the same.
When you were younger, were you a big surfer, or maybe you still are?
I was a big surfer. I surfed every day for about 3 years.
Really?
I body surfed, and my grades in school reflected it. But ever since my accident, I don't get in the water as much.
But were you pretty good at the time?
Back
in the day?
I was a very good body surfer. Yes, very good. I would be what they say, the only Holly boy out there with the locals.
Right. What's the key to body surfing?
I think it's just athleticism. Same way, you got natural instincts as an athlete, and you got to learn the waves and respect the ocean and respect all those things. I mean, I had some, real scares. I can tell you that. I've been sucked out, undertowed, had my fins pulled off my feet, and you're wondering if you're going to get back. But that's probably just because I was a little bit nuts. I shouldn't have gone in the water that day, but the waves looked pretty big.
Were you off that real famous area?
Makapu. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Makapu. That's where I used to
What's the biggest wave you ever did?
Oh gosh, probably they're probably the body surfing. If you get them to 8 to 10 feet, they're pretty. You can get freaking wrenched pretty good. But normally they're anywhere 2 to 4 feet.
That's off limits this week for players, right?
Yeah, they're not gonna do that.